Hey guys, welcome back to another card tutorial on my YouTube channel and blog. Today's video is going to start out with this Stars Stencil by Simon Says Stamp. It's kind of hard to say. And some Neenah Solar White cardstock cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm just taping this down onto a nonstick craft mat with some yellow painter's tape. And I'm going to go in with some glitter paste. This is by Bo Bunny. It's called Sugar. So it's essentially a clear glitter paste, really holographic glitter. So spread that over with a palette knife. There's the glitter paste. And then I'm going to do something really cool. I'm going to take my Colorburst, which are a dry watercolor pigment powder that react with water. So there's the 3 colors I'm using: Ultramarine blue, violet, and Phthalo green. And I'm going to try to lightly, the purple kind of comes out fairly heavy out of this little bottle, over the stencil, and I left it in place. This is still wet. And wherever the stars are, it's going to react with that and kind of make the pigment powder bloom, if you will. And I'm using my palette knife to go over it lightly, but not mix the colors together too much because I don't want any gray or brown, which can happen if you mix purple and green. So lifting that up. I love how that looks. So we're going to set that aside to dry. And this image is from Jessica Lynn Stamps. I'll have it linked in the description box for you to go check it out. This is a digital stamp, so what you do is this is currently free right now on her website. So you download it and then open it up in Word and you can resize it. So I printed that off on some Spectrum Noir by Crafter's Companion cardstock. And that's my cardstock of choice when using Copics because they blend nicely and the ink doesn't bleed. It'll bleed if you oversaturate it too much, but I almost never have had it bleed. So going in, coloring my image with Copics, and I do my best to show you all the ink colors, but everything will be listed in the description box for specific colors that I used. So I'm going to go ahead and put some music on while I color so you don't get too bored, and I will catch back up with you when I'm done. So what I did next was cut out my image using a frame-shaped die by Sizzix. And I'm going to go ahead and finish up my grass at the bottom. Just using a couple of green markers. Tried to add a little bit of grass background. Was slightly successful. And this owl is called Pumpkin Spice Latte Owl, in case you're wondering. So what I'm going to do next is heat emboss this Lawn Fawn Scripty Sayings Happy Halloween stamp. And I'm going to stamp that using Memento Luxe Tuxedo Black pigment ink. Using some Vellum with stick it adhesive on the back. And my Misty to make sure I can get a good, clean, crisp image. So I've heat set that, and I also used some Lindys Stamp Gang Twilight Slate Blue embossing powder. And I'm going to go in and finish him off with some Distress ink, starting with Salty Ocean, just around the top edges. And then some Blueprint Sketch. And I lost some footage finishing my background, but I went in with a Simon Says Stamp Wave Stencil and added some Blueprint Sketch in the middle and black sitter on the edges. So I've taken the backing paper off the back of the vellum, so you can see it turns it into a sticker. And around the bottom edge, and then just fold it over the ends. And then I'm going to use some score tape on the back of the owl to adhere him down. And I'm also going to use the same score tape on the back of the panel. This is my favorite dry adhesive. You can tear it with your fingers, as you can see me doing, and it's super strong. So you don't have to worry about anything falling apart when using score tape. So adhere that onto my card base, which is also Neenah Solar White, 110-pound cardstock. So stick him down, and then the finishing touches will be some, let's see here, Little Things Iridescent White Sequin mix. I pulled out a couple of the stars and a couple of the sequins from that. There's that there. And then I squeeze out a tiny little blob of matte medium. And then dip my sequins in and place them on my card. And for a final touch, I took the Spectrum Noir sparkle pen and colored in just the cutout piece on the pumpkin face. And if you're wondering, the difference between the Spectrum Noir sparkle pen and the Wink of Stella glitter pen is the Wink of Stella is a little bit more gold in tone, and the Spectrum Noir is a little bit more silvery clear in tone. But really, they're both essentially the same. They're both gorgeous. So use whichever one is your favorite. I like them both. And that is the finished card. Thanks for joining me today, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed what you see, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.